Welcome back to the Tartiflette Games. I'm your co-host Nick Comito, alongside the wizard, Mitch Bell.
Oh, come on. I prefer my other title, The Sorcerer of Steez. But regardless, I'm excited to get to this event today. We have 5 of the craziest riders in the bunch. We had a ton of riders try to conquer this canyon, but only 5 made it through.
Yeah, we did send a search party out. Don't worry. We covered all of our bases. They've been kind of successful.
I think they might be taking a vacation over in the national parks, or they just left the Alps completely. But we have a beautiful run today in the Alps, in a canyon we found during an Après Steep episode, recording some background footage. Found a beautiful canyon, kind of reminded me of a half pipe. I could do something cool, so I can't wait to see what these riders can do.
Yeah, it was a challenge. We did have a few riders come back to us and say this canyon was almost impossible to ride. There are certain features that just weren't working with their lines. A lot of people found it difficult to use and abuse this event. So these 5 runs are going to be a huge treat. Like we said, some of the only 5 to make it out the other side. So without further ado, let's get into it. This is the final event before Riders Republic takes control of the Tartiflette Games. We cannot wait. And Mitch, let's give out one more gold as we close this door.
I can't wait for them to receive it. But we're going to get started today with Pancake Life.
Starting off strong, this rider's final steep edit, Frames, debuted on YouTube last week, but he doesn't need edits to make his game look good. He is the real deal. Hang on tight. Here comes Pancake Life.
I'm excited to see what he brings to this canyon. Just watching his edits kind of grow up. He has gotten crazier on his tricks too. I mean, he's been playing this game a lot, learning from the pros, like having Nate Hotshot in his video. So yeah, he's learning some tricks, and already see some beautiful work playing off of these rocks at the top of the mountain.
Yeah, you know, like you said, repetition is key, and Pancake has just been throwing down edits like a madman for weeks and months on end here. So yeah, absolutely. Practice makes perfect, and he is just tearing through this canyon with speed. I know that this is the first ride that we've seen today, but do you expect there to be a lot of speed or a lot more technical, maneuvering through this canyon?
I'd be more impressed to see speed, and this is interesting. Wow. Going fast and hitting off the side of the rock. I could never lock down that gap going so fast. So yeah. I think we'll see some people playing off the rocks more and some just going for a nice clean run, but he's gotten a lot of taps in this spot without taking any damage.
Yeah, I was just going to say, this is an unbroken line, and to be able to make it even this far down this canyon with all of those taps and bumps, I mean, just look at that. Look at that precision on top of that rock. You can't get that anywhere else. This line was rehearsed, and holy crap, does he have his routine down.
Yeah, that was a crazy stop, and you can see that valley little tap and then switching, going reverse out of it. Here's another look at that. And wow, beautiful, landing switch, so clean. And I think this is gonna be the final tap. Just using that rock to stop all that momentum, that is hard to do.
Yeah, he put a period on the end of his run.
It's time to see one of our other newcomers to some of our events. You've seen him over in our Discord and in our TFG snowboard slopestyle. From the Great White North, once again, it's Mooks479.
Oh, wonderful. Also, I love this outfit, starting the tricks. He's starting up, he's getting himself down into the canyon, but that jacket is fresh.
I know. I love that minty color almost. Yeah. It's a nice compliment to this little valley that we're going through. Just pops out a little bit, getting a ton of spins and rotation off of that little wall. And now weaving back and forth, getting a little steezier, getting creative. Love those front flips, especially switch front flips.
Yeah, huge send off of that little lip right there. Just embracing the half pipe feature like you were talking about earlier on. There are a few sections throughout this canyon where you can hit that back-to-back half pipe, just clear through that gap. Unreal.
Yeah, that is what I like to see in that gap too, just going clean on through. Maybe tap just the tips of the skis, but not enough to do anything. Playing around more with that half pipe. That's what I loved about this spot. There's so much snow going up the walls where you really can try to ride back and forth.
Yeah, the only issue, if you've seen a half pipe in the game or in real life, it does have that lip. So you do have that, spot where you start your trick and you start your ascent into the air. Here, you kind of just have to plan it out on your own and feel that apex of your jump on your own. But it looks like Mooks just did it perfectly. Here's a picture of that gap again. gorgeous. I'll take that over a hole-in-one any day. That was clean. Now, here comes a familiar face that has yet to find a gold medal with his name on it. Will he turn the tides today? From down under, it's PDub.
His name is plastered all over the walls of Check My Steez history. I mean, this guy knows how to do some backcountry runs, so I'm excited to see what he can pull off. And putting in some beautiful work so far on these rocks, just riding nice and clean, not getting too crazy with the grabs or spins. This is au naturel.
Yeah, hasn't picked up a ton of speed just yet, but I feel like that's going to change once we pass through these rocks here. Giving more love to the rock features. If you're new to steep or if you're getting ready for Riders Republic, these rocks are pretty much lava. If you spend too much time on them, you're going to have a bad time, but these riders make it look way too easy.
Ooh, I thought he was going to eat it there, just going off of that rock, but very close. He's coming in. Nope, I thought he was going to go switch into this tiny gap, but let's see what he can pull off. Oh, a double tap?
Hang on 1 second. I hope he chose one of those as his replay.
Oh,
I have to see that again and again and again. That might be the trick of the day right there, right in the middle of the pack. Jeez, oh man.
Yeah, that was so understated almost. I mean, just not doing anything, but managing to kind of rock back and forth and tap the skis on both sides. Interested to see if he got the second tap. That first one was definite. This was also beautiful too, just jumping off of that rock at the very top of the run.
Yeah, this run doesn't look like it was meticulously crafted. This looks like someone who knows this spot, is familiar with this spot, and is just having a fun run on it. That is 1, 2.
Wow. Wow.
Stop the event.
Well, we can't stop the event just yet. We got to keep the party rolling with this legend. He's one heck of an editor, and he knows his way around the map. Not just a gamer, too. He skis like a madman. In real life, it's the steepest legend.
Yeah, that classic kit. You can't mistake him for anybody else up on the mountain. Kind of trying to feel out his run at the start there. I don't know what that was all about.
Ooh, I do like that little kind of front flip off, the nice little curvature. Coming and switch to this side. Is he going to go... Nice, very nice.
There's no time limit here on the TFG events, so much like we saw in Road to the Olympics, folks are just taking their sweet time. Steepest Legend trying to get the most out of every feature. There is a huge bonk. Was that a glitch or his calves just made of rubber?
I don't know how he got that much of a launch off of that rock, but I think he may have found one of the secrets in the game.
Yeah, I really appreciate him landing all of these tricks, just planting them down. And look, right there, he's taking his time. He's trying to figure out how he needs to maneuver himself to continue on his journey. Here we go into the speed section, picking up one of those snowballs.
Oh, yeah. I mean, getting down into the valley. We'll see what he can play with going off the right side. That was interesting, too. Almost like a body slide on the ice, I thought for sure. And there's our favorite trick in the game, that backflip. Skis just barely crossed. You can't beat it.
It's so nice. 5 years of this video game, just a simple backflip is still like you and I just, our jaws drop. Here we come. Let's see what he does with the gap. He doesn't have a ton of speed here, so I'm not sure if we're going to get that hole-in-one or the quick slide like we're used to here, but looks like he's going to try something technical. Yeah. Wow.
Just shaking back and forth, getting those shoulders rocking side to side and squeezing through that spot. A great way of doing it. Maybe a lot easier than crashing into the rocks. It was a very tricky segment. Almost think those rocks have their own kind of gravity field that pull you towards them when you get too close.
They really do, especially for us who are not the best. We are not competitors in the TFG universe. Schulten Dyna Speck just shaking his bacon the whole way through that run. Incredible showing by Steepest Legend as he wraps it up.
Yeah, this is beautiful. And just going a little bit further down, let's see what he can make out of, this little extended section down by the trees. Having fun with it at the end, why not, right? Yeah. Very fancy trick, kind of jumping, switching directions the last minute and going through those evergreen trees.
Now, this run wasn't as effortless as we saw in PDub's just one run before, but there were still some understated tricks. There's still some things in there that I don't quite understand, but a more seasoned veteran of TFG would look at that and tip their hat to SL. This was not a run to scoff at. It was fantastic. Still going, too.
I think any of these runs that were completed aren't something to scoff at. This was very tricky. Like you said, it took me, maybe I did it during Après Steep, and then it took me 3 hours maybe to get just an example run where I didn't crash, just top to bottom, and I thought it looked good. So props to these guys for really sticking through it.
Yeah. Rounding out the day, we have one of the most familiar names in the game. He's the only rider competing today who has seen a podium finish, so this is just another day for the Finn-ish. But win or lose, we are in for a treat. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our final competitor for the day, Flair.
Oh, what a beautiful use of that. Like, just riding down that was butter.
Disgusting.
That's the smoothest I've seen so far on the top section. If you can start your run with that and then still do something you plan later on, it's just so impressive.
Yeah. I know it wasn't a trick right there, but you saw him kind of go up the right side wall in that pocket and then just went up the left side wall. It was slow. It was just perfect. It was gorgeous. It was polished.
I could almost picture some like dance music going on behind this, like a graceful ballet, just the way he's nice tap on that rock too, coming to a complete stop and then dropping down, not getting hurt in the slightest.
All of these, I don't understand how they make these, minute movements in the game. When my guy goes down a canyon like this, boom, straight through the gap, super low to the snow, but making it work. That was gorgeous. Textbook. How do they make this look so clean?
A lot of repetition, I think. Yeah. I mean, you learn some marquee tricks that you want to pull off, kind of your stars, and then you just have to try and stitch everything else together. But it is so hard. You really have to know your speed control.
I could watch this run over and over and over, just like a few of the others before. I mean, just like all of them before. But Flair, as always, just throwing down some beauty for us.
That's just, and so close to that rock too.
Yeah.
Look, just, whoa. I don't even know if you scraped the tips of the skis, but just so small, getting very close to certain features on this, like certain rocks. Nice bounce, and then love that kind of trick. Going off the sidewall too, tweaking it out at the last second. Camera work, beautiful as always.
They are playing this game on a different level than any of us. We will never experience this. Fantastic job to all of the riders. And we're back. I know it doesn't seem like that long of a break for you, but we were gone for just about an hour. Mitch and I had to crown the winner ourselves this time.
Yes, this was our first time watching all of these runs, so those were our like in the moment impressions. We had 3 people judging this event, and we could always use more. When you have 3 judges, it's hard to pick a winner. So if you're interested in judging at all, you can go to nickandmitch.com/judging or just message me on Discord. I usually just post when all the videos are up, and then you can watch them, give them some scores, and we used that. It was so close that we had to go back and watch our events, and man, it was still so close. We did argue for a while.
Yeah, the description for Canyon Fodder was a steezy, breezy, beautiful line, and those were what we were judging on. There were some where we said, hey, it was steezy, it was breezy, when it wasn't that beautiful. Hey, it was beautiful, it was steezy, but it wasn't breezy. So take that how you will. No points, no numbers or letters, numbers, whatever were discussed between us. We kind of just went with our gut, but our guts were both pointing towards the same winner. We will get to announce that in just a few minutes here. I want to give a huge thank you to all of the riders, not just the 5 riders that we saw today, but all of the riders who have made TFG what it is. I don't know if you know this, but Riders Republic is coming out on the 28th of October, 2021. And that is completely changing our entire worlds. TFG will still be a thing, but there's nothing like the original. There's nothing like the first 2 seasons in Steep, and there will be nothing ever like this ever again. So thank you to everyone who supported TFG, watched the live streams, watched the premieres, and took the time to put together your runs, your edits, and showcase your skills in front of the world. Thank you so much to all of you.
Yes, thank you to just everyone for watching, submitting. If you filmed a run and didn't submit it, or you still want to take an attempt at the canyon, you can throw it into the self-promo channel over in our Discord server, and we'll watch through it and see what you could do in the canyon as well. But I do think it is time to crown that winner of TFG Canyon Fodder, the last gold medal of Season 2. Nick?
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to start in 3rd place here. 3rd place From Canada, we have Mooks 479. That was such an incredible run. So much fun to watch. Super clean. He was honestly a contender for the top 2 spots, but that's for later. In second place, we have from Finland, Flair, which means first place. Ladies and gentlemen, from down under, from New Zealand, his first gold medal ever in the TFG series. It is PDub.
Congratulations, PDub. We did discuss these runs for a while, and it came down to that trick right where the 2 rocks come very close together, where you tap the right side, then tap the left side. That was just so beautiful, so steezy. Great use of the physics, and then the rest of your run backed it up. Flair also had some incredible segments, especially at the top, but PDub, you just barely squeaked out that win.
Yeah, sometimes the smoothest run is the most technical, it's the most underrated, and PDub and Flair, honestly, both of them gave us incredibly smooth runs, but like Mitch said, it was that final canyon feed, that double tap from right to left, the connection through the canyon, using it and abusing it as much as possible. PDub, well done. Hats off to you. We will be asking you for your information here pretty soon because we're going to be sending you your first gold medal. Oh, that feels so good to say. I love that we have medals. Hey, if you didn't know, we got medals. And Flair and Mooks, if you guys would like to collect your medals, you can contact us as well. We'd love to send those out to you. Also, Mitch, we have plenty more medals coming up in Riders Republic. Like we said, October 28th, right around the corner. Can't wait to give some more out in the new game.
Yeah, we have events planned already. We have several. We have a list. We've brainstormed. We have the beta best trick to still get to, so we'll probably do that in the first couple of weeks here. We'll just do a live stream, watch, I think 25 different trick submissions, but they were 20 seconds each, so a little bit shorter. But that'll be fun to see what you did in the beta, and then we'll be doing the best trick for every sport once you've had a little bit of time to play the game, and plenty more events afterwards. So you'll have a ton of chances to take home some of this hardware.
Yeah, start polishing your runs now. Riders Republic, the Tartiflette games in Riders Republic is going to be here sooner than you think. Thank you again to everyone who has supported TFG and Nick and Mitch, the channel, up into this point. Thank you so much to our executive producers, Bone Crusher 2D, Coach 34, along with co-producers It's the Mort and Mama Bell. And of course, our fans and Fans Plus. If you'd like to become a member, click the join button on our YouTube channel. Figure out what all of those perks do, how much they cost, and what you get in return. We are working on some additional perks here in the first couple of weeks of Riders Republic. I think we're going to change it up so that the co-producers and executive producers have a little bit more, maybe something 3D printed. We'll have more details on that later on.
Yes, you can also just subscribe to catch all of our videos, including Riders Report, which is starting this week, the first episode. That one's going to go over 100 episodes, so like 200 combined between all of our shows, but we can't wait to show you the intro and other stuff we have for that one. We'll also have more videos. You can check us out on Instagram, Discord, Twitter, our website, our link tree, even LinkedIn. We could put those links in just because. If you want to hire us, I think you're mostly younger than us, but if you want to hire us, go ahead.
We are open. And with that, we will close the books on the Tartiflette games in Steep for now. We will be revisiting Steep later on down the road, but it's time to get the party started over in Riders Republic. So please hit subscribe. Please debate, become a member. If you can do it, if you'd like to become a member, help us out. It can only make the content better. Ladies and gentlemen, we will see you in the brand new game. Thank you so much again. Let's get it going. I'm Nick.
And I'm Mitch.
And we'll see yins in Riders Republic.